Hey, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. What about you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Nice,
Yeah, doing good.
nice. Yeah, all right, all right. What's the latest news? How the game's been?
Yeah, really good actually. Uh, got onto your YouTube channel. I'm just watching some of the coaching you were doing with mag players, and I
Oh,
found that's been really good. Yeah, it's
nice,
honestly it's been great.
nice.
So yeah, like with those little tweaks, literally just watching free YouTube videos, I've had the most MVPs and SVPs I've ever had in ranked.
Okay.
So I'm halfway through Diamond 3 right now. Yeah, it's been really good. I feel like I'm getting more final hits, and just very simple things like using the like your kill zone sort of thing, and like playing angles a bit more sharp. Yeah, I'm really it's been really beneficial.
Nice, nice. I'm really glad to hear that, actually. That's good, that's good. Okay, is there anything what you've been having problems with recently, maybe, in your games? Is it still some positional things, timing stuff, or anything else?
Yeah, I'd probably still say positioning, and then I don't know. Sometimes it just feels like we can't quite get those picks, if you know what I mean. Like maybe we get someone to half health or a support to half health, and we just can't quite get them. Maybe that's just maybe a team issue, and I'm not focused. Maybe I'm not focusing who the DPS are. Um, yeah, it's probably more of just a positioning thing. I think sometimes I get a little bit stuck.
I see. Positioning, maybe timing. Okay. Yeah. Is there
Yeah.
anything else what stands out at the moment?
Even so, like Magneto's ultimate, I find that easy to understand. Say, for example, the Star Lord. You know, you can ult on a Star Lord, Cloak and Dagger. I'm getting better at hitting my ultimates on Cloak and Dagger. However, sometimes when there's not the really obvious ult, sometimes I struggle with my ult timing, like when I should be using it in the fight. Um, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense at all. Whereas, like, if the easy ult option isn't there, sometimes I'm a bit hesitant. Like, I don't want to waste my ult, but then I find myself maybe sitting on it a little bit too long
Yeah.
sometimes.
It's common. That's common. Understandable.
Yeah,
That's alright. That's
yeah.
alright. Okay. We can take a look. And what character you want to focus on today then? Is it Mag,
Uh,
Emma Frost, or
yeah,
what do you prefer?
Magneto, please.
Magneto, yeah. Let's do that then. Okay, two games you sent me before. So do we start with that last one, or should we start
Yeah,
the
yes.
first one?
Oh, I'm easy. Whatever we have time for, you know. If you think we can do two, or if it was just one, probably the second game.
Yeah, the second one would be the better one, you think?
Yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah.
that's fine.
Because yeah, we ended up we tied the game. Um, and I'm sure there's stuff I could have improved to, maybe got the points instead.
Yeah, of course, sounds good to me. Let's take a look then. Can you see the stream? Does it work?
Uh, it's just loading.
Yeah, let
Yeah,
me know if you need me to reload that just in case, but yeah, I
yeah, I
think
see
the
it all.
quality should be okay. Yeah, just in case, if the quality is gonna drop, let me know. I think recently there have been some problems with the server for whatever reason. It's just something to do with the region, maybe, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Well, just let me
no
know.
worries.
Okay, let's see. Right, this is the game. We are on the Mac. Yeah, let's just wait for it to load. Okay, Diamond Lobby. Actually, high Diamond here. Yeah, Diamond 1, Diamond 2 players as well. Okay, and your rank here, Diamond 1? Or you just
Diamond
split it?
3.
Diamond 3. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Right, and we are... Yeah, this is us. We are on the Mac here. Well, anything? Any specific notes for this game you have at the moment? Just anything what you found hard? Well, besides what you mentioned, I guess. But yeah, maybe anything just directed to the game right here. Maybe any.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, Not off the top of my head. Like my thinking coming in here is to take Moon Knight off the height. That'd be like the number one um option coming in.
Okay.
Um, Yeah, because I find if you leave the DPS on that little, I don't know what you call it, little height over there, yeah, it gets it quite difficult. But yeah, it looks like someone's pushing him already.
I see. I see. Okay, makes sense. Let's watch and see how the fight is gonna be for us then. Okay, my first question to you, and I think it's not the most
Mhm.
important, but still something what we can tweak right away. I think
Yeah.
really learn some important to fix. Why do we jump so much?
It's probably a bad habit from I don't know from previous games. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you an answer.
Yeah, because this here, ideally, if you can replace it with something else, and usually
Yeah,
whenever we're fixing the bad habit, it's just gonna be something small you can try to do. Yeah, maybe just
yeah,
another thing which you can replace it with, slightly better habit. Yeah, maybe instead of pressing the spacebar, maybe instead of it we can try to strafe. Maybe it can also be
yeah,
do the crouch as well. I'm not sure actually because with this Marvel Rivals here, we don't have the crouch option. You're not able to exactly go down like an Overwatch or any other
yeah,
FPS games. So in here, it's probably should be along the movement, something you can do. Generally speaking, more strafing. Maybe it's also has to do something with your abilities. Yeah, just the way you pressure the enemy. But I think mostly the movement because here the spacebar is just when we press this, it's just part of the movement. Because when we do that, it just
yeah,
makes it so much easier for any hit scan damage to hit you because you cannot control the character entirely. Sometimes being in the air is not bad and jumping is not bad, but there are more niche situations where you can apply that, but most of the
yeah,
time when we out in the open like this, I think it's really threatening. That's the thing
yeah,
number one. And yeah, let's just maybe also talk about the general. Yeah, if we want to focus on timing and positioning, what
yeah.
is your general thoughts on the positioning here? What are you trying to do usually when you approach to this first area? What are you usually aiming for?
Um,
Maybe any sort of plan you have.
so
Yeah.
yeah, so I guess this is as in like plan. Again, my knowledge of a tank has really improved. So I would say, especially after watching some of your videos, I would probably try to use my not bubble but shield to try to maybe move towards the center concrete cover. I probably should be doing that because at the moment I'm kind of standing in the enemy's line of sight by playing here.
Sure,
Not sure
sure.
if that's on the money because if I move up, then I'm out of the line of sight of the DPS and I can kind of poke into maybe look for a pick possibly.
Sure, sure, sure. Yeah, using your abilities, I think special shield can be okay. Yeah, but it's just more of resources can help you, right? Resources can help you to transition from one position to another. But what
Yeah.
a good position is as a mag, generally speaking, what are you looking for usually? What does it mean exactly for you to
Um,
be at a good position? Yeah.
I would say somewhere where I can reach the squishy targets,
Okay.
preferably a support, so like a little bit of an off angle, and somewhere where I guess the enemies are grouped up slightly, so you know the burst damage on the bubble at the end of my left click can maybe get a bit more value.
Sure, sure. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Let's maybe specifically look here. When we trying to
Okay.
approach to this choke right now, if you know,
Yeah.
there's any sort of short range damage in here. How, generally speaking, it's better and easier for you to push through the choke like that as a mag? Do you have to push in their face, or can you do anything differently as well? What do you would say?
Um, yeah, probably use cover to my advantage, possibly going the left way because it's a
Yeah,
lot more rock cover.
possible,
So to
possible. It continues.
yeah, I was just thinking that probably gets me to the same place without maybe using my resources because I don't have to use the shield. I might be able to just use hard cover.
Yeah, yeah. The thing is, it's okay to maybe, if I'm rotating from one valuable position to another, to just use your resources if it's really needed. But if you can just rotate without those, and you can maybe let's say you don't have to compensate with resources for the bad positioning in some way. That's always
Mm.
valuable. So, for example, here we just kind of because you move into the choke, there's more potential for you to receive the pressure because there's a short range tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of the pressure can go in your way. Yeah, there's also this here. Yeah, there's a little wall, and then you might also be more kind of hesitant to exactly move. Yeah, exactly pressure. But anyway, you're still
Mm.
trying to apply. This really hard for you to access anybody on their backline right now. You only shoot in ammo frost,
Yeah.
but just do that at more accessible range. Yeah, don't feel like you have to move in
Okay.
their face. Just find a way for you to be at some sort of longer angle, and usually what you aiming for really as mag player overall is try to take some sort of softer off angles. That's how I like to call those. So what soft angle means is the position which is still gonna be sort of away from your core. So for example, my core is here,
Mm.
but at the same time, if I'm at this position, I'm away from the core, but I'm not really, really far. I'm more on a soft angle, and soft angle, kind of imagine the clock. So, for example, here's the clock, and you usually your soft angle is gonna be somewhere. It's either, let's call it the 6, this is 9, and this is also 3 o'clock. Your soft angles are gonna be, in our case, somewhere around here-ish and here-ish. So
Yeah.
between 3 and 6 and 6 and 9, just kind of 45-degree angle, somewhat. You can go deeper sometimes, it depends on the context, but usually because you don't have as much mobility, you can try to take those angles. Sometimes you will find that the map allows you to go deeper. Maybe with some of the videos I watched before, we talked about that, how you can be in those angles too. But just the good direction to take is we don't have to kind of tank in, go in the face of the
Mm.
enemy. We can always take a different angle, and what it
Yeah.
does, it diverts the attention and also makes it easy for you to tank and apply pressure. And because you apply pressure in the right area, that makes it easy for your team to walk. A lot of people, they have this big misconception, especially this game now because it's relatively new, that the tank has to
Mm.
play with their team, which is not true. We
Yeah.
only have to tank for the right space and tank the most valuable damage. And to tank the most valuable damage, well, first off, it consists of just you being able to apply the pressure, more effective pressure. So to speak, if I go here and this guy's beta to push me, maybe let's say they really extend towards this angle now for whatever reason, they start to push me, then this makes it easy for my team to punish that later. So we push this guy out completely or kill them, and then you can repeat the
Yeah.
same process for this guy. So obviously, there are times when we can be at the front line, but you always have to watch the context. And general direction is I always trying to take some sort of a soft, long range off angle, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, is it clear enough, or
Oh, yeah,
any
definitely.
questions? Yeah, if you want to, actually, I have some of the good mag example of doing so. It's been back, yeah, back in the days I recorded some of the replays. I think there's
Yeah.
been a few, maybe like from Nevix or Fincy, actually. Let's see, maybe this one. Okay, so fighting for, yeah, making sure you take the angles on the enemy, maybe this one. Okay, and so it might be a little bit awkward because there's gonna be short range space, but anyway, it still can show. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so here, you usually expect a lot of people to play on the main. Kind of similar situation. Yeah, we are. In our case, trying to walk through the main the choke, and here for at least in this video, the main would be somewhere where the cart is moving, the street here, if you recall. Yeah, it's just where the
Mm.
cart is going. Usually people tend to play here most
Yeah.
of the time, but what you want to do is the tank is mostly not play main, but find a way to find the long range and soft off angle. That's why usually starting on, for example, this area here is okay. Yeah, you're just trying to find a way to kind of walk through these guys. Yeah, try to find a way around the shields. You also see them actively fighting for this position. Actually, at this time, the Nevix team, they get picks, so it's okay for you to start moving up in their phase. But before, if I'm not able to just do get an advantage, yeah, I have to take angles first. Yeah, I have to find just maybe it would be somewhere on a soft angle, and at the same time make sure it's a long range too. By the way, the thing you mentioned, yeah, a shield for rotation sometimes can be okay. Yeah, it's pretty cheap, but you have to judge, yeah, who does a lot of damage on you, and also don't hold on it too long. But yeah, anyway, most of the time this is what's happening. We're gonna be on those kind of angles away from the main fight, away from the objective. Yeah, you see, this is exactly soft,
Yeah.
long range. We're also playing here. This Nevix here, they have slight more advantage, so they can maybe push more. But then after that, they still finding ways to set up and maybe lean towards more softer angles. So I'm not playing here on the main, but I kind of go to the side. It's either left or right. So I will have more options what I can do while providing a lot of pressure too. And it's always
Yeah.
valuable as a tank. Yeah, you need to not exactly sit with your team, but kind of move on the angle. All right. Yeah, any questions about this example too, or
No, that makes perfect sense.
okay. Because since we wanted to start with positioning, I would say it's the most important one to talk about right away. Okay. That's why you may find it a little bit hard to break so the chokes like that sometimes, because there's a lot of abilities in your way, and maybe just finding alternative routes, maybe even going left side like you do here, is totally fine, especially if you have your second group moving through here, and while you stay in the left, I think why not? Why not, really? Do that as soon as possible. You take this soft, long-range angle, the same pressure with my team, but don't jump. Don't jump too much.
Yeah. Noted.
Do something else. You can try to focus, I think, this game here, because I mentioned the pressure and the movement, not only strafing left and right, but also that's what we call peak shooting. You see you kind of jumping here out in the open. You can try to do peak shoot around the cover like this. Yeah, I use the rock. Maybe the latest sessions on the mag, I believe there was one, it is GM or Celestial mag. You can see them do a lot of the peak shooting. So maybe you can find a use for as well. You always will be, you have the downtime between the shots, so it's always fine for you to just not be exposed to the damage as much, because you do the peak shooting. Yeah, you're less likely to use your bubbles early, you're less likely to use your shield early too. So that's gonna be alright. You see, you're kind of jumping out to the open, a lot of damage taken. Now there's a bubble. You can do the same amount of damage while staying here. Just peek shoot, yeah. So there's another part about the position. Yeah, let's just maybe call this, oh well, let's call it whatever specifics. So we're trying to do one is remove jumping, and we will be doing, ideally, peak shooting around the cover. Yeah, strafing as well. Yeah, let's just do two. It's gonna be two exercises separate. It can be one peak shooting and then also strafing if you're out in the open. Yeah, just a little bit strafes left and right. Yeah, there's a whole. I think there's a lot about it, about the movement. But honestly, in Marvel Rivals, it's more simple movement compared to games like honestly, any other FPS, or maybe the games like Overwatch as well, because there's no crouching. For example, your movement cannot be as chaotic like in the other games. Here, still keep in mind that when you are strafing, it's usual movement, especially when there's not too much pressure. But when there is a lot of pressure on you, then your movement can be more chaotic, more random in a way. There's a lot of the stuff we can talk about, but honestly, it's not as important now, I would say, especially on the tank. On the tank, the movement is less of a priority compared to DPS, but anyway. Yeah, see, the jumping, a lot of just peeking out at the cover, it's forcing you to use your abilities a little bit early.
Yeah.
Okay. See, this entire time, I'm pretty confident we could just be sitting on the rock all the time. Literally, like, you can't be doing everything.
I walk all the way back. Yeah.
Just, we've done so much movement. Yeah, you need to just wait a second. Yeah, and maybe
just chill out a bit.
Yeah, just chill. You have your abilities. Think about your abilities like opportunity for you to stay aggressive. Yeah, maybe we're just trying to first of all think. Yeah, cover is our first defensive or our first shield, and then once you don't have cover because you're getting pushed, then sure, we can use our abilities. Sometimes we have to push as well. Yeah, so in this case, maybe if you're going from one cover to another, you can also use abilities, but it's mostly three purposes. You either hold the position. Usually if you hold the position, there's less chance that you use your abilities. Yeah, you kind of stay there, use cover. If you're getting pushed, sure, you can use the ability, or if you are pushing, then you can go for it. And sometimes if you have to fall back, I think, sure, you can also go for it. Alright. Well, this is fine. Also, this is really makes it easy if you know your comfortable range to just aim the shots overall. Because see here, you're trying to hit directs on the Angela, but what if you have already a really good range? You're playing the optimal range here. The reality is you don't have to really hit the shot itself, the projectile itself. If we go on something like let's just go on the practice range real quick. And it's also
it'll explode around that distance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's just maybe see with the exact hitbox. So just for a reminder, I think it's pretty far away, but yeah, it just let's pick. Yeah, let's just do the mag. Okay, for example, see the slowness now here. Yeah, a lot of the times if we exactly know the range of the shot. Yeah, so I think this is where actually no wait, I have to be so this
is it 15 meters roughly.
It's around it should be around 15 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so this is this is I cannot hit. Yeah, that's let's just move a little bit to the right. Yeah, this explodes. Yeah, this so it's kind of it's not right on the target, but it's just a little bit, even though it's a little bit away from the target. This explosion itself, I guess, when you see this initial animation, like this big kind of small circle, purple circle, that's where it hits. If this animation is away, like the purple circle, you see, it's not hitting the target, right? Because the explosion itself is just the center of it is away. Now when I'm closer, the center of the circle, the purple one, is closer. It hits the target. That's what you need. You can kind of, well, here actually, give me a second. This is a little bit, sometimes with some characters, it's also a little bit awkward around the head hitbox, but overall, you don't have to even aim for the head. And also keep in mind that it's also easier for you to aim, do more damage if you aim slightly to the right in this game because of the third view. So you can look at the same distance here. I'm able to get a hit, while if I have the same distance here, actually, let's see, there's less likely to get a hit. So this I'm getting hit, and let's just try it one more time. Just a little bit of distance here, really, maybe not, but you see, so this crosshair here has been relatively close, but I'm not getting a hit, and this here, same distance, kinda, I'm getting a hit, that's how it looks like. So, just good range with explosions also makes it easy, because sometimes when you're too close, you have to do this, because, well, you kind of have to aim and then you miss, and then your explosion goes somewhere here or just away from the target. You don't have to. Make it easy. Obviously, there are situations where you're really forced to try to aim. That's fine, but don't be forced if you could position differently. You could position away, in your case, from the objective too. Okay, let's keep watching. Let's see, anything else? Okay. Well, we're mostly focusing on positioning for today, but later we can also talk about the other stuff, because there's a lot of the small tweaks you can also make. But whatever you gonna have questions about, let me know later.
Oh, this is great, man. Again, it's just so much stuff that, I can review it myself, but I'm not going to pick a lot of this up, This is really helpful.
That's okay. That's nice. Honestly, and those ideas as well, it's just not only the game itself, it's more of a just general principles of any hero shooters do, because there's been so much coaching in Overwatch before, and just there's so many abilities, so many things are sort of similar. This game is more casual, I would say, but at the same time, there's more interesting interactions, more ability variety, that's how I would put it, because you're just sort of able to press more buttons compared to Overwatch, for example. In Overwatch, it's more simple. They would just have the well, at least before the perks got released, there was just two abilities overall. It's
Yeah.
just one on shift, another on E, and there would be Q button. But in this game, they have many more, so I guess, especially for more MOBA players, it really works out better. And they like it, but anyway, yeah. So just keep the range here. Yeah, don't force yourself to play at this distance pretty close unless there is no other choice. And then we're gonna be moving forward. Okay, pushing up, taking space. That's fine. Yeah, this is your okay range, actually. So you start aiming,
Yeah.
even though they will try to stray, they'll try to dodge. The only thing you have to do is try to aim right near them. Yeah, obviously, just for the purpose, just in case you can try to aim towards them, but don't focus on it too much. Yeah, focus on the distance. Yeah, try to focus on how they move, and then it will be easier. Yeah, so there's a lot of prediction you can also try to do. For example, I expect those guys to move away from the cover, like here. Yeah, then I'm trying to hit the shots like I do. Yeah, that's fine. Just shooting the corner here is gonna be alright. Okay, pushing forward. Let's see what our positioning can be. Yeah, what do you would say? Do you
So
play here
my
or?
thinking here, I believe I go right because I'm trying to use a bit of a soft angle and just
Mhm.
be a bit annoying. And I think I end up taking almost like a 3 o'clock. I want to say like I come quite around on them. Can't quite remember though.
Yeah. It looks better compared to the when we pushed initially to the choke. There's some
Yeah.
complications. It can be a little bit difficult for other reasons. But overall, I really like this. Just be
Yeah.
careful with if there's any short-range characters overall. This angle
Yeah.
might be not as good.
I get
Usually,
rolled.
you prefer, yeah, for that reason, usually may even prefer this deeper angle later, or maybe even playing the high ground. But yeah, this is also possible. Right now, I think they don't have a lot of brawl characters. It just maybe Iron Fist can brawl you out a little bit, but he's mostly kind of a mix of dive and brawl, and still his main trait is dive. He just goes in on the back line a lot, so it should be
Yeah.
okay-ish. Yeah, this angle might work. Okay. Put up the pressure. Getting on the most important angle here is nice. It's just slightly easier, it feels, when you have, because see, you kind of at a shorter sideline, and then it's possible, but it's also, what if they push me at the short range? It's easier for them, if there's any
Yeah.
short range sweat. Now, there's none, so it works as well, but just be careful with this
Be
angle overall.
careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good job that they pushed those guys out. You completely isolated this mag too, and then after that we can maybe deal with the mag, hopefully, or you can get a kill if there's possible, but I think, yeah, just this mag is gonna die. Sure, this is good. Going for the ultimate because Cloak and Dagger.
I got a bit caught on the rope there, on the wall. I mean.
Yeah, it's a usual thing, I think, to try to hit them, but the thing about that is you usually less confident when there are a lot of corners like this. I think you need to be really
Yeah.
careful. It's
Yeah.
either start once they start going, it's once they rotate one corner to another in a way. So if I know, okay, if between the corners there's a lot of open space and they started rotating, yeah, once you see the dash, maybe you have the time to start using the ultimate and then you start
Yeah.
hitting. But if they already done the move, like for example, they already went at the corner 2 and there's the next corner they could sneak around, yeah, so to speak, you start here, yeah, they already goes behind the corner and it's just really
Yeah.
difficult. It's really difficult to
Yeah.
catch. Yeah, in the open space, it's always easier. But yeah, it's okay decision, but maybe you start earlier then, in this case, just
Yeah.
so it's hidden the open. Or maybe don't do it at all, because it's really in close space, really hard to deal
Yeah.
with. As this guy's is more and more aware. Yeah, before they've been not as aware of that Mac could do that. Could actually kill them when the game started. But now, yeah,
Yeah. It's not as easy as it used to be.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Now they try to dodge too. They exactly
Yeah.
know
That's why I
that's
find that the timing with the dodge. Sometimes I feel like I'm landing it as they're stopping, but they have enough time that's probably just a timing thing that I need to learn when to throw it. Sometimes I feel like I've timed it perfectly, and they still manage to invis and just roll out of it.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Okay, they can fight here. I think should be alright. Your soft angle potentially just goes towards the right side later or something. It's a little bit tunneled here, so you don't have too many options, but still you can try to create your own angle. So I can still peek the cover, I can peek shoot around. If there's no cover, for example, you start transitioning on this tunnel, obviously using the cart is gonna be okay. If not, then keep pushing, just using the walls in here should be alright. Other than that, yeah, it's might be a little bit complicated to break through, but still, yeah. Well, there's just a lot of damage. Let's see, is there anything we could have done differently, you think, or what's your opinion? Just maybe it's the
I
fight
guess
started
I guess
early.
if I had have saved that ultimate, then that could have been
Big
used then.
helper, yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think my thinking in there was trying to use the card a little bit as cover once it comes around.
yeah.
Um, maybe, yeah, probably just try to use that wall on the right a little bit more. I might be able to take less damage and still poke and get heals from the support,
Yeah, because this is what I
possibly.
think too. Yeah, your bubble, it's kind of, it's not the bubble itself, and like even the shield here is bad, but I think it's partially that your position and movement together, it forces you to use it early. But if I have better
Yeah,
position, so if I know that the fight is here, what if I'm on a better softer angle somewhere, I think it's either of the sides, depending on where the enemies is. If they go left, you go right. If they right, then you go left, and you can try to just find a way to break through the shield. And once they contest you, ideally, well, they should be contesting you well when most of your team is around. And once they do, then you can tank more. Yeah, you tank more attention. And it's more efficient as well. You'll be trading some of the abilities ideally, and if you did, then it makes it easy for your team to also push through this choke, yeah? Because here, you see
yeah.
that, yeah, maybe, yeah, you see, even this shield, I'm not sure it's getting too much value in here, to be honest. You still have decent amount of cover, yeah, we're trying to protect ourselves from the damage, but because you could have more aggressive position, this sort of angles, then maybe there's gonna be more attention, and then it's gonna be reasonable for you to use that once they actually start doing the poke damage. Yeah, you can maybe use it for rotation too sometimes, but yeah, to hold the position can also be okay. And same goes about the bubbles, I think. Well, in this case, yeah, the Thor is kind of aggressive, so I guess this is fine, but it's also about your bubble too. Yeah, just what I have it for, just because I have it, it allows me to hold more aggressive angles. Now let's imagine for a second, if I'm sitting sometimes just at the angle and I force some attention on me and it's not going towards my team, yeah, even though it's just a little bit of distance for them to walk, it's still valuable a lot of the times. There's more, sometimes there's like really this niche thing with the bubble. I'm not sure a lot of players are using that, but it's kind of, if there's a player kind of inside you, I think, in sort of the similar, right near you, then the
Yep.
same bubble can maybe block the damage just partially, but I think it's not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it should work this way because the hitbox of the bubble itself, it's just kind of
Mm,
similar to Zarya bubbles in Overwatch, I believe. So this can be this niche use. I can really sit on top of my teammates sometimes, but what we found is before it was the bubbles like that in Overwatch as well. That's not the most effective to look for exact to make it a purpose. Yeah, I don't have to sit with the team to just block the damage as well. Yeah, I'd rather take my own angle, be aggressive, and if there's gonna be a teammate with me, if this happens sometimes, yeah, if I can block the damage for them as well, it's at least, think about it like like a shield in a way. If I'm in front of the teammate, right, it's also does the same. Yeah, it's kind of really nice, but you don't have to make it a purpose. Yeah, that's why going on the angles is usually better. Yeah, because there's been this kind of a theory before that's maybe the tank with the bubble can also sit on top of their teammate, but what happened a lot, yeah, like I said, they not as proactive because of it. Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
able to take
Yeah.
the best position, and a lot of the times you also don't know what your teammate's gonna do. So yeah, really niche.
Yeah, that's true.
It's maybe scrims sometimes, but even in scrims we didn't find it valuable before. It's just really hard to pull off, and yeah, it's you never know. There's just so many things can go wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
so soft angles. Okay, let's see. Right, this is where we're starting. Now this is the usual route. Usual route, that's fine. Okay. Okansu. Also, do you have any questions about anything so far, or?
No, you've answered it all really
Okay.
well. No, yeah, no real questions at the
uh,
moment.
okay. Really close to our ultimate. Oh, didn't get the kill on this Kokandaga here. That's alright. Didn't have too big of an advantage, so the ultimate is okay-ish. Sure, pushing up, taking space. Let's see
Yeah,
what
my,
we do.
my thinking there
Mhm.
was because Iron Man's ultimate didn't hit, so there wasn't. Yeah, were we even for? I think we were even for players, were we?
Yeah.
Can't quite remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fine. You always kind of look at how many people they have alive, how many ultimates are being used overall, and the situation was it's 5 or 6, so there's not too big of an advantage yet, so it's okay. Ultimate, I would
Yeah.
still nitpick on that later, probably once you enter like higher tier. I
Yeah.
would probably prefer you to use the ultimate when the situation is more even, when you need an
Mm.
advantage. If you have even slightest advantage, it's usually better to just hold an ultimate a little bit. And what that does, it's not necessarily that you will not. Yeah, let's put it this way. It's not necessarily that you will keep your ultimate for the next fight. Yeah, you maybe will still be able to use the ultimate during the fight, but what you do with dragging out the fight a little bit, you may force out more of the ultimates. You sort of bait the enemy to do an action. They think, oh, maybe it's winnable, 5 or 6, yeah, let's do this, and then you answer with your ultimate, and then a lot of the times they panic. Yeah, just usually a little bit better course of actions to take. You just make sure you
Yeah.
consistently have a slight advantage. Yeah, if we kind of make a graph, for example, they're both. Oh, yeah, let's maybe use different color. Okay, so there's 2 teams, and if you're thinking about the value of both teams, it's usually better to let's say our team is this graph here, and then there's the second team, this graph here. Yeah, and a lot of the times the graph is dynamic, it goes up and down, but we rather want to
Yeah.
keep the value slightly higher than compared to the enemy team. It kind of goes like this compared to being it like go really up this way. Yeah, and then go
Yeah.
down. It's sort of more consistent but slightly higher value. But yeah, anyway.
And that knowledge just comes from how many players are left and kind of the dynamic of the fight. So if we haven't got a pick,
Not
then that would
only.
be useful to get the pick.
Yeah. But no, it's not. It's
Okay.
not only, but it's for the starters. It's good. It's good to look at.
Yeah.
I usually recommend to do that, but yeah, probably I would not focus on it too much right now. It's
Yeah.
further start with
Yeah. No
positioning.
worries.
Yeah, I kind of mention it now, but to make it easy as well, and that's how it's easier to work on all the themes later. To you start with positioning, and then after that maybe we can tweak other small things. But yeah, since I mentioned the this, I guess it's also important to explain a little bit. Yeah, ideally, just always looking for the better resource trade. Yeah, and resources,
Yeah.
it's everything. It's numbers, it's amount of ultimates being used, amount of yeah, just people staying alive. Okay, here, let's maybe find you a better position if you have one. Yeah, what are your thoughts? Is there any better position to be at, or is it good enough? Well, it seems that we're pushing up, taking space earlier, just for early damage before the fight, right? But eventually, what are your thoughts? You want to keep playing the main street here, or any better position for us to take as well? What are your thoughts?
Um, I feel like if anything, I might be able to push up near the Iron Fist because then I'm like, and then try to make my way to the stairs. because what usually happens is they follow the main, like you see where Hela is and Invis from
Yeah.
their team.
Yeah.
That's where most people sit. So if I can apply pressure and kind of walk up the stairs, then I
Oh, right
should have
side?
a good angle on the healers. Yeah, around there. Yeah, and maybe not
Son
even
of a
that
bitch.
sharp,
Yeah, maybe
but just
here
so no,
this.
like I can, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, and then I do have the, yeah, my team still. I'm still visible to my team.
No, I think why not? Just make sure that you do this rotation earlier. You have be ready for this because with this early pressure,
Okay.
this is fine. Yeah, I think poke damage before the fight always good, but once they get too close, so I think you can consider this
Yeah,
already
you've
really
lost it.
close. Is to start to take in a
Yeah.
position like here-ish, relatively close. So I want to maintain my long range soft off angle. Where do I go? I still keep shooting and then keep rotating, and then I get in a position and maybe sitting here is fine. Also, I'm not sure about. This looks interesting too, but yeah, I think this you have to check, experiment. I think this might seem a little bit too far, but at the same time you have HP pack to work with, so maybe you can try this
Yeah.
out. I'm not too
Yeah,
sure, but
the visibility always kind of trips me out a bit. Like I guess I probably have to play. I probably have to play the map a little bit more to get
yeah,
confident with
yeah.
it.
It definitely feels that this position is more of a flanking route. For example, there's a Wolverine or Black Panther. It's always better for them to stay
Mm,
here. I can go around this way rather than be here and have the long sideline. There's still a smoke here, which is quite nice. Yeah, but I think it's also easier to destroy with the long range damage compared to this here. There's a lot of smoke, which is looks quite nice. Well, anyway, be ready to rotate the right side and see here. In this
yeah.
case, you will not be more. You're less likely to be forced to use your abilities early. Still, you get picks, so I guess it works out. But yeah, oh well, it's yeah, good bubble here, saving our fantastic. That's fine. Okay. Keep the pressure up, and then there's gonna be a choke. Let's see where we are gonna be. Keeping the distance. Yeah, they have a lot of picks, so we have to rotate. Shield for rotation is good. Okay, your Luna's now using ultimate, so we have to take advantage of that too. Keep shooting the squishes. Now we jump a lot. That's still, it's more forgiving on the tank though, but not. It's not useful. Especially
Yeah.
versus playing Hala Namor, you're just gonna get your head sniped much more.
Yeah.
Some people think it's easier to dodge, but no, you're losing control over the character. Just do the peak shooting. And see the way we are exposed, yeah, it's just, if I choose the cover, for example, here, what I'm dealing with, yeah, I'm choosing the slow range sideline, I don't know, I can be this cover here and still peek shoot this hell, and then later on I maybe can be moving this left side,
Yeah.
or maybe I can be moving the right side. Also, by the way, you can transition through here. Yeah, this is also possible
Mm,
route. There's a smoke, but a lot of people forget about the lanes like that. I think there's just such
yeah.
people, and that's what surprised me initially too when the game started. People are not using the map at all. It's just a lot of times they sit on the main, but
Yeah.
there's just so many things you can do. That's fine though. But overall, there's maps looks really good. It's more open compared to maybe, for example, Overwatch usually, but there are a lot of nice spaces to work with and a lot of flexibility with how you can be choosing the positions. Because overall, those maps, yeah, the map design is that it breaks on 3 lanes, and most of the players they usually choose the main lane, but you really don't see a lot of players taking advantage of the side lanes too much. Like this is the left side lane, the right side lane. Yeah, it's more of a, you usually see flankers do that, but anyone can take advantage of the lanes, different lanes. It's just you
Yeah.
have to look at the nature of your character. Yeah, in your case, long range off angles are fine. Yeah, also with this, yeah, let's maybe make it work. What are your thoughts? Is there's how to tweak this
In this
ultimate
fight
build?
here. Yeah. Wait for it to play.
Yeah, so it started here. Yeah, I think it's once they start using the ultimate.
Yeah. Should I be faster on that? I've let it. I've let her dash twice before I've used mine.
That's probably. What do you think? If you will be faster here, would that be easier to hit? So, what
I would
exactly
I would assume so.
triggers
Help
you?
me track.
Mhm.
What are the triggers for ulting?
Yeah. What do you
Um,
see which makes it easy for you to make the ult work? So this.
uh, I I guess the straightness of the lane, I guess. Because although there is the corner that she kind of played,
Hmm.
um, that initial pathing did look quite easy to hit, and I must have just clipped the wall, hey? Yeah,
Yeah. It's just right at the wall. It was
yeah.
really close though. Yeah, overall. Yeah. I'd say the first thing is,
What would you suggest
well, the first one is, like we said, the commitment to the open. Yeah, once they start doing that, then you can already
straight
think.
away?
But then you are also need to try to anticipate what they are trying to do. Usually, Cloak and Dagger, they trying to take space, yeah, create the pathing for their team so it's easy to walk on your team.
Yeah,
So, generally speaking, expectations are they will be either doing this, yeah, more likely, or they can also do this in a way, and there's like less likely that they do this. So what you're trying to do
yeah,
is when you have both options, so let's say, I don't know, they end up point 1, they end up point 2 or something for the dash. Now, which position allows you to potentially hit them at any of those
yeah.
locations, which makes it easy? What you should
Um,
be moving towards?
so rather than having my vision straight down this lane, I should be looking between 1 and 2, I guess, like almost predicting,
Okay.
where
Which
their
position
exits.
makes it easier for you to look after those two locations? Sort of even
I would.
the space here, I think. This entire space here or there, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe you can simplify to that. Yeah.
Um, would it be the stairs where
Yeah,
we
again.
initially
Yeah,
discussed on the
exactly.
left? If I'm at the stairs, I just
Yeah.
have better vision. Yeah.
Exactly, the stairs, yeah. It's a little bit
Yeah.
harder to do right away, but I think it's just more, maybe starting with more simple stuff, just trying to anticipate. Are they going more forward or backwards? Yeah, usually they will not go to the sides. I think they could be, but still there's a high chance because you move to the stairs, you still can maybe catch them here. At least you're removing
Yeah.
with the most options from them, and then after that you also have the opportunity, if at least I'm not hitting them, maybe I can find another target just outside of the ultimate 2, maybe
Mhm.
pretty low target, I don't know, just anyone, and might make it easy. But it's definitely don't move towards the left corner. Yeah, you should kind of making it hard for yourself. You just move
Yeah.
towards the left corner. I would say the right side peak.
Yeah.
Yes, there's might be that you need to play cover a little bit more, but ideally if you would be here on this right lane already, I think this makes it so much easier, and then you can just react accordingly. Yeah, do you move in the lane? Yeah, maybe keep the right side. Yeah, maybe even move here. Or do I just play here if the fight is just a little bit more closer to this turn? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think. Yeah. Do you want me to watch any other specific point a little bit more, or we could also maybe try out the live game? Just try out this
Yeah.
positional
Yes,
stuff right away.
please. Yep. That sounds really good.
Okay, yeah, let's do that then. Yeah, let's do one live game. We simply will try to do soft angle, slow range, and if possible, peak shooting. But yeah, might be a little bit too many things. But yeah, anyway, one two things. Just let's do angle, slow range.
Yep. Sounds good. Okay, I'll
Okay,
share my screen.
yeah.
Yep. You can see that.
Yes, it's working. Looks good. Yes.
Yep. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, if you comfortable, we can do competitive, or if we can, if you need time to warm up, you can also do that.
Oh, it should be alright. Might even just jump in the.
Yeah, of course, whatever you
I've
prefer.
yeah. I even found just using Mag's ultimate in this practice mode on just the moving targets because they're more predictable, and it was just good practice initially. 'Cause, yeah, I hadn't played in a fair bit. I guess even just like working on the distance sort of thing. Just
What what games you played before where you needed to jump a lot? Just out of curiosity. Even the practice range, it seems. Well, sometimes I also do that. I understand. I just the way is, yeah. I guess it's more. Yeah, what kind of games?
what games have I played in the
Yeah,
past?
yeah.
I played a bit of Apex Legends back in the day. A lot of Call of Duty. Kind of Fortnite. A lot of like battle royales at the time.
Maybe in
Um,
Fortnite
yeah,
you
kind
have
of
to jump a
just
lot, or I'm not
yeah.
sure.
I think that's what it was from. Because like in Fortnite, that was the big thing with the shotguns. You know, if you can kind of bounce or jump, you know,
I see.
you avoid the headshot with the shotty.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah, I was doing that then, wasn't I? The jumping.
I see. I
Yeah, so
see.
I probably had a big playing.
Yeah. You see, yeah, what you mentioned about if you are at reading the enemy phase, maybe against the shotguns it can be okay because you kind of force their crosshair to move up a lot. But if you're not in their face, most of the time, how you play mag, we shouldn't be jumping too much. So let's try to,
Yep. Okay.
if possible, peek
Yep.
shoot.
Limit that.
But yeah, it's
Yep.
gonna be hard habit to break though. It's hard. But you
Yeah,
invest more
that's terrible. I
time.
said I was gonna break it. I did it without even thinking about it. Do you recommend banning Penny for the first objective on this? It seems quite a
It's
popular
common, yeah.
ban.
I would say why not, yeah.
Yeah,
To be honest, if
yeah,
you can take angles comfortably, a lot of the times, honestly, I just
yeah. You can
uh,
destroy the nest with a soft
yeah,
angle.
exactly. You just go around, and I personally, especially with the characters with high mobility, when I play versus the Penny, I just take an angle. They can't do anything about it. They usually expect me to go to the chokes or whatever, but then I don't, and they just panic. But
Yeah.
yeah, so maybe it's okay to not even ban them in this case because a lot of the times people just pick something because it's just good, but they sometimes don't have too much experience on the character, so you can take advantage of that too. So with bans, it's honestly, I think it's always good to go based on the big picture. Ideally, if you know what
Mhm.
comp you're running and what the map you're running on, and then ban what makes your comp work better, just overall as a purpose, as the direction. For example, you have a lot of dives, so picking anti-dive, just banning anti-dive is good. Or you have a lot of poke, okay, then maybe banning something. Well, honestly, it depends. It depends on the map too. But yeah, honestly, anything what can deal with the poke easier, it's
Yeah.
also can be okay. Yeah. Anyway, I'll just try to find our soft angles. Might be a little bit tough to do on the first point, but still, there are small angles we can take. See this route on the left side. Um, yeah, your teammate took
Yeah.
the left side here, for example, starting here and then rotating to main afterwards. And even though you will be playing around the objective, still don't just run back, but move right or left. Yeah, find a ways to do so. Yeah, really, a lot of
Yeah.
people underestimate. Also, careful about the hook. Watch out. Okay, right. If they get close, you need to keep the distance. Yeah, don't because this guy can displace you. Be careful. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And moving right to left side is a first idea if possible, so we're not running back on the objective. Find yeah, unless you don't have a good range. Unless you don't have a
Oh,
good
sorry, jumping.
range, yeah, you moving closer. But if you do, then just keep moving left to right on the lane. Yes. Okay, this is fine. Nice pressure on the back line there.
Oh, that jump is such a bad habit.
That's okay. No worries. Just focus on the soft angle stall range. That's fine. If you
This
can,
angle here.
I think this can be okay-ish. Yeah, you now need to try to get a pick on one of their supports, ideally, if possible. Yeah, a little bit tough here.
Didn't need a bubble there. Oh my goodness, can't hit it.
And enemy Thor is still in the back line. Maybe if they're low, you also have to be aware of that. Yeah, maybe there's times when you can just make it easy for you to kill them, but no, it's alright. Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Sorry, I might need to mute the game volume a little bit. I can hardly hear you. Sorry,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, you
I'll
can you
just...
can make the sound lower. Just go into sound, go into voice,
Yeah, cool.
and make it lower. Yeah, no problem.
No, you're okay. It was the other way. I couldn't quite hear you, so that's better.
Oh, okay, okay.
Cool.
Now you can, yeah.
Yeah, more better.
Okay, perfect. I see, if there's anybody isolated like this, you can also punish them, even though this is the tank. So watch out for the Thor and Angela too. Most of the time, shooting the squishes is good, but just also keep an eye on if they are going really deep. Okay,
Yeah.
soft angle
Can I get up
options.
here on the height?
Mm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. What's he doing? Oh, there we go. We take him off. No. We got our shield.
It's alright. Also find the value with your ultimate. By the way, you can also take top right as a soft angle if you want
Take
to.
top right.
Yeah, it's possible. One of the possibilities if the fight goes for this turn later. But now you have bigger advantage, so keep pushing. There's also left lane you can use later.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, just destroy those guys here.
Focus
What?
on Loki here.
Yeah, yes. Just anybody. Because those guys, they have big disadvantage. Just kill the Angela and Loki.
Oh my
Oh, they're
goodness.
also low. Okay. Also, yeah, if the Angela is too close and they have 0 HP, just doing the melee damage is fine if they're shielding. Makes it easy. Oh, a little bit unfortunate, yeah.
Yeah. A bit too far.
Just keep moving on
So
the soft angles with the distance.
melee
Yeah.
Angela.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
melee through the shield. Yeah, you can melee. You can kill them. Doctor Strange shielding, Angela shielding. Yes, it goes through the shields, physical damage like that, so they cannot block it.
So
Yeah,
we have time for another fight. Is it worth playing
yeah. You can.
with a hit
Yeah,
rather than
exactly.
the other?
You can try. You can
Yeah.
try. Just make sure you time
I
it
have an
with your
ultimate
team.
here as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
time
yeah.
it with your team. Okay, there's one pick.
Yeah,
That's
they got
fine.
a Wolverine here
No,
too.
no worries. We still can find a way to use our ultimate.
Okay, I gotta start going in on the... Oh, no, it's a bit
That's
rough.
okay. That's okay. If they're pushing you, if they pushing you like that on the short range, yeah, there's a shotgun, there's Wolverine. It's either you keep the distance, yeah, maybe you can start moving away from the lane, or you can answer just with something. For example, even your ultimate there, it's sometimes okay. Just keep in mind of the distance, yeah. The space like this, you see the right side, it's been possible, but sometimes might be a little bit too enclosed. So, yeah, you have to always be mindful. The distance, the open space is usually better for us, but well, anyway.
But Angela's been a bit of a problem.
Yeah, if they're doing this stuff, you can punish them. By the way, yeah.
So I'll try to wall this off to protect them a little bit. Oh, we're ulting anyway. Oh,
Okay, that's good. We get a pick though. We have closer spawn, so you guys
yeah, I'm
can
getting a bit
spawn.
shredded by Wolvie there.
Yeah, against Wolf and just any short range guys, just poking them before the fight. Once they go in, you displace
Yeah.
them with the stacks. You make their life harder on this way. Yeah. Try to find the way to use the ultimate too while holding the long sidelines like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, good that we lean towards the left side.
Here we go.
Softer angle here.
Oh,
That's close. That's close.
without, man.
Yeah, a little bit tough. A little bit tough. It's okay. Happens. It's just the comp with this type with a lot of the short range guys. See, I think they have like 4 characters which can do a lot of damage at the short range. You have to be really mindful about how you rotate once they get close. It just sometimes you sort of stay at the same position where you are. It can be okay sometimes, but
Yeah.
ideally, if you keep rotating and wasting their resources, then this way you can win. I know a lot of the times it might seem that you kind of given up space a lot and the card is moving, but that's why you can also do damage before the fight on them. Yeah, just move forward, do
Yeah.
damage before the fight. But when you're in the fight like this already, if they have point presence, just let them push the cart a little bit forward, forward, forward. But meanwhile, you move back, 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 force out a lot of
Yeah.
resources, and then after that, you can kill, you can destroy them.
Okay.
And then after that, you have a lot of time before the fight to deal with them. So you can kind of move up to their spawn, literally, move back, 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 accordingly to how they move, yeah, and just keep forcing their sustain. It just might
Yeah.
seem that you kind of pressure to stop the card, right? But they have an advantage if they have a lot of shotgun damage. They have an advantage right after if you're trying to get close. So keep that in mind. You guys playing more
Yeah.
poke war. Mm-hmm.
So what I'm thinking here in this situation is walk up and then I'll transition over here with the ultimate goal to get into that side building.
Yeah, you can
But
try.
I'm not sure if that's such a smart idea with Wolverine on the enemy team.
Yeah,
So
you see exactly. If there will be short range guys, you have to be really aware. I think,
yeah.
generally speaking, you can try this out, the left side. If not, the main side can work because there's no other, maybe the best angle for you to take. But yeah, see here, yeah, just make sure you get rid of them. Okay, a little bit. If we're low, then you can also pick your teammate. Go, move out a little. Okay, good, 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 good. Now you have opportunity. Yes, exactly. That's how you kite. Now you can push. Now you can push forward because those guys
Yeah.
wasted a lot of mobility and resources. So we start taking space. Okay, sure. Watch out. They still, once they stabilize,
Yeah,
they
they're
might
all
push you.
quite together.
Yeah. Okay. If they will push you, we just move backwards on the lane. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. We got 2 picks so far. We have big advantage. Okay, nice. Nice. The left side,
Punisher.
deal with this guy. Yeah.
Hit him. There we go.
Nice. Good, good, good. So that was a good example what you can do. Just once they push you like that, you moved out on the lane. Obviously.
Yeah. Oh, is that
Yeah.
the?
Yeah, those guys too might be recontesting. Watch out, watch out. If they're too short range, keep your distance. Okay, I think you should be good though.
That was
Although,
that's the right hand shot there.
yeah.
You said before. Yeah, that hits quite a lot easier.
Nice, 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 nice. Perfect.
See if we can stagger a little bit here.
Okay. Can also scout before the fight if they make some swaps. Yes, exactly. That's good. It's just if they have, you see, they have Groot. Yeah, maybe more of a brawl again. So keep in mind this. I think taking angles
Is
fine.
is it worth coming around or not? Pretty far
The
from my
right side
team.
might be a little bit isolated. Yeah, I think it's either you start from the main, then you transition on the top here. That's the most ideal. This right in front, but
Yeah.
you have to keep in mind the distance. If you're too close, then you need to move out. Watch out. It might be a little bit too
Yeah,
close
they're
here.
taking me off point.
Yeah. It's just for later, this can be okay. So really watch for the timing. The distance together with an angle. Yeah, it's always has to be a rule. That's fine.
It's trying to absorb both their ults then.
That's alright, that's alright. Not too bad. Nice, good. That's how you play versus the brawl. You can surround them, you can take angles, and if they push you, you keep kiting. Yeah, also this guy is really long stagger. Okay, nice. Okay, it should be okay. Just keep pushing.
It's a huge stagger.
And damage before the fight is also important on those guys. So if you can position a little bit kind of forward, but then make sure you move out.
I like to open this up a bit.
Yeah.
Is that
yes,
something you would do?
Of course. More poke damage, yeah, because if winning poke war, you need more open space to work with. So if you open up this way, then that's good. It's not good if your team would, if you played more brawl lead team. Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
If it's more brawl lead team, would need to take less poke. Okay. Okay, they also switched to mag, so they have some more poke now. Okay, and they name or two.
I don't usually like. Maybe I can
Mm-hmm. That's
Or we
fine.
can just play a little bit over here,
Yeah,
possibly.
yeah, exactly. You see, the thing is, if you have big advantage, it can be pushing the main. But once the fight is ready, you need to kind of have this exactly. Yeah, this is a good angle. A soft angle at the same time long range. I don't have to be main anymore. And if they push you, you just pull back a little bit. So watch out. Who is gonna
Yeah,
be going on you? This might be strange, by the way. Who
yeah.
might go on you? Contest you. Okay, you got a pick. That's perfect. Supports, if you can, or DPS, really good for start the ship there. That's nice. Okay, Big Moon Knight ultimate. Watch out for the range later. If you need, you
Yeah,
can
we're
kite.
ulting as well.
Yeah.
Yep, still in it.
Watch out, watch out. If you need to, you can always kite. Just kiting means yeah, go back slightly. Nice.
Oh,
It's okay, it's okay.
was the mag shield, huh?
I think
Try to
actually,
help out with the
yeah, actually, I'm not. The stream was a little bit just like a little bit, so I'm not too sure. Maybe it was. It's nice that you guys kind of playing slow, so it works out.
with Halligan. Oh, we'll kill it straight away.
Okay, if they really get on a point, also don't feel obligated to play on it. Just you can kite.
Okay.
Yeah, if they
Yeah.
really hard push you, you can kite. It's 1-for-1 now, so it's a good time to consider it. Yeah. So this is what I mean. You have to be careful, especially if there's guys like again more short range pressure. Squirrel Girl, they
Yeah.
have an advantage when they fighting up close because of the projectile damage. Also, they are bulky now, so take time to win the fight. Try to just
Okay.
play the poke war. Can move away on from the point once they make it.
Yep.
It's always
Might try to play
yeah.
with Olmate here.
Yeah, it's just whatever the low. Yeah, this is a good angle to start with. Yeah, whatever gets you to pressure, soft angle, long range. Yeah, if you can get around their shields and all of that, pressure their DPS, that's always nice. Nice little angle here.
Just back up a little bit.
Yes, 2 picks. So you need to get
I think
ready.
that shield was worth it there.
I think it's alright. Yeah, it's alright. We're not.
It's to stabilize a bit.
We just yeah.
Oh,
We'll focus on the angles. It's fine. Gotta stay alive here. A little bit too close to the
I'm
card.
getting grabbed.
Yep.
Ah,
And the most important here
yeah.
is just the Baki hook. Somehow you need to be aware of that, and you should be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even hear the noise. Huh?
Yeah, well, it's a lot of things happening. I also do talk too, so maybe it's a little bit hard.
That's okay. I usually try to shield if it's a Bucky pull rather than using a bubble.
Oh, that's
Just quicker uptime, isn't
exactly.
it? Or refresh rate, I should say.
Well, it's at least it's cheaper compared to the bubble, so it's already nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always worth it to use the shield for any projectiles, any poke, anything if possible. Put the block. The shield is it's not as cheap. It's higher cost. Okay, good. Playing a patient. Nice. You have an advantage now. Can push up, but get ready. They might be recontesting.
Oh, yep.
If they will be recontesting, you can kite and use your ultimate and all of that. Yeah, just make sure you have the comfortable sideline. A nice little angle here, by the way. You can. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Okay. I see. I think the attack was cleaner. Maybe on defense it was a little bit harder, but I understand. It just was mainly harder because we're trying to touch the point a little bit early. You need to give it time, I think, just the way you did on the attack. Yeah, even though it might seem that, yes, we have to stop the card, but at the same time, if there's no checkpoint yet, you can give it time, force out the resources. Yeah, make sure they push the card a little bit forward. Sure, let them. But again, like I said, just after you won the fight, you have more time to also deal damage before the fight. You can move up and force out more of the resources, whatever the sustain they have. Stuff like that. Also, if you have Emma Frost, technically she should be the one staying on the card if it's really needed, but yeah.
Yeah. Just due to her not being able to be moved. like the
Yeah,
movability
yeah,
of a
it's
diamond form.
just diamond form, I would say. Yeah, because the thing is, you still can bubble the person on the point too, and it's kind of bubble plus they sustain makes it really easy. If not, yeah, if they don't have it, then yeah, I think you also have pretty high sustain tank too, but you more of a mid range to long range tank, so it's also nice for you to have extra distance if possible. Now let's try the same. If possible, left side, but be careful. If they hard pushing you, you can kite.
Yep, walk out of that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nice shield. Just moving forward, poke damage.
So yeah, punishes on his turret in the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it might be, might be. Nice dealt with their Phoenix on the angle. Watch out. Just live through that. Mm-hmm. Okay, now they out. Maybe can start taking more space. They may still try to catch you though, so be careful. Now just
Yeah.
approach slowly. Yeah. They have a lot of the stuff like Ammo Frost. The lab boxes, generally speaking, gonna be okay to play around. Really low HP there. Okay, so close. 6 seconds. Okay, nice bit. Oh, wait.
Oh no.
That's okay. I think we played it pretty okay there. Also, you have Strange. Do they make it with DP there? Let's see.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
We're try to play my range.
Yeah, play your range. Let your Amethyst be on the card. Okay, your Amethyst dead, so yeah, I think you can stay here.
Yeah, it's a GG.
No, well, I think this attack we played pretty okay. I think we've done pretty good.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just more of a previous defense, honestly. Think about the game as a entire game. Yeah, a lot of the times,
Yeah.
the longer the game is, there are less chances for it to go wrong too. But it just kind of fixed the weakest moment for later games. It will be easier. I think it was just our initial defense. It was a little bit, the enemy snowballed us a little bit too much. Attack was good overall. This attack is also good. Let's see. Maybe we have a chance for the defense.
Yeah. Yeah, with Penny it could be quite good.
Yeah, watch out for the things like if they have something like Thor or Angela, you can turn around to deal with them, but make sure you do that if they're too isolated. Let's say they're too isolated where their follow up, their teammates cannot see them, then it's okay to deal with them. If not, if the follow
Yeah.
up can get value, then you shoot the follow up. Usually shooting the follow up is
Yeah.
really good. Just also,
That's
yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say that's one thing I get confused, or maybe not confused, just a bit stuck on sometimes is when I should be peeling for my supports. You know, like sometimes Angela's not doing a whole lot, and I'll peel, but then I just feel all the pressure is then coming to my back. Whereas
Yeah, yeah.
other times I might let Angela go, and all of a sudden she's got 2 picks.
Yeah, simple
So
rules
I
are
think that's something I need to work on.
most of the time you shoot the follow up, and if there's no follow up, then you just shoot whoever is pushing your team. You just have to read. If the follow up is too far, then sure, it's worth it to shoot the Angela or whatever. Okay, now they don't have it, so be ready to kite. By the way, this guy might the Amethyst. Watch out for them. They're on the main. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Play this room over here.
Yeah, you can try to find a different angle. The right side is not bad at all. Watch out for the Amethyst later, and we are good.
Oh,
Okay, that's fine, yeah. If there's a lot of poke damage like that. If you can shoot their backlines, really nice. Yeah, divert the attention too. Okay, nice.
I got stuck on the
Yeah, if they
wall.
start pushing you, just kite. Just kite, but yes.
Yeah.
Okay, this is really good. This is really good. Nice. You have a kite on the right side. And keep the pressure going, meanwhile. Okay. I really love to see that. Nice. Oh, this guy took an angle. That's unfortunate. If you can get a kill there. Saying this guy knows how to use angles.
Yeah, he beeline for it.
Anyway, if you can deal with the Phoenix and then Punisher, I think. Yeah, a little bit tough, a little bit tough.
Ah,
Yeah, well, I think we've done pretty good here on defense. So I like the kiting on the right side. Just a little bit more. Well, we could say just small mechanics here and there, more consistency with the shots, but I think it will come with time
yeah,
as well. We can also go
yeah,
over that later. It's just how you yeah, how you play, how you play this angle. But overall, really nice. Yeah, let's maybe talk a little bit about the
yeah,
angles. Yeah, let's go over. Yeah, let's go over this game a little, and then we can summarize.
yeah. No worries.
Okay, can you send me the replay?
Oh yeah, yeah. The best way to do it is just to type it to you. Is that correct?
I think if you copy, there's a button where you can copy. It automatically copies the number of the replay as well.
Yeah.
It's like you click share with friends, I think, but then it just copies to your clipboard. Yeah, the cache.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Cool.
All right, can you see the stream?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so yeah, to just again quickly go over what's good and some potential problems. One more time. Oh wait, I think there's been a space bar. Okay, 3, 9, 21. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely wasn't my best game. Even for accuracy, was a bit low.
That's alright. I think you'll get used to it. And you see the accuracy once you're in the angle. I think it's just more to do with also a lot of the times anticipating what the enemies are doing. Exactly
Yep.
that they move towards the cover, that they what kind of movement they also make. Overall, it will be easier later. The more you play, the easier it's gonna be. Okay, also, let's see, the replay is not okay. The replay is loaded now. Yeah, so overall the most problems been with this defense. So this is nice little angle to start with. Usually early damage. Some people even you keep using the main lane. It can be also okay for the early damage, to be honest, but then you have to move towards either the main or the right side like you did. I think it was second defense. Yeah, usually
Would you
this
suggest just starting there then on that right side,
the
just to avoid the awkward?
well, the problem is if you start on the right side here, if I'm inside the
Mm,
room, then I'm
yeah.
not too sure that it will be. Well, you could, but there's just a problem that when we might be kiting for too long in enclosed space. So honestly, there's just more extra advantage. If I position aggressive, yeah, just for the sake of uptime, usually there's more consistency being out and open anyway. But you have to be, this is the time when you're sort of in the main, yes, but why? Because there's no other a soft low range angle I can take. Yeah, this is soft angle, but there's not low range, so it's a little bit complicated. So I can still be here. You see some Mag players even literally moving like up to here, and then they do damage, but you have to be only probably using only your shield, yeah, because then if you will have it back by the time these guys make it towards the point, yeah. For
Yeah.
example, I started here, these guys are really far, damage, shield myself, go here, and then suddenly I'm here, and then I'm on the right side. There's nice long range angle here because of this room. Yeah, you can maybe move the inside sometimes to get better sightlines, but not too far, and yeah, it should be okay. The top left can also be fine, but yeah, you see, just this here just gives you 2 extra meters. That's all. It's just 2 min max.
Yeah.
It's if this angle would give you opportunity to move like left side, that would be really good. But
Yeah.
you
I wish
cannot.
that door was open.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You cannot, unfortunately, move through here. So this is something to keep in mind. But overall, usually good angle. Just small things to start with. Yeah, that's why you might see even the pro play, they just start in the main, yeah, because just no other soft angle I can take the soft long range. been mindful about this, okay, pushing out, and there's small moments like this. I think it's just what I do. Do I deal with this, or do I deal with follow-up? Generally speaking, if this guy is isolated, then you deal with this guy. If this guy gets a follow-up, what follow-up means is if they can get healed or supported in any case, with any resources. If they do, then you shoot the follow-up. If they're not, then you can shoot those guys, but you have to
Okay.
see. You have to see for
So
yourself.
so
Mhm.
because Invis put the shield, I should then divert my attention back to the main lane.
Well, it's not
Is
more
that
of
what you
a.
mean?
It's more not. I think it's not more of because of the shield. It's what once you see this, keep attention on this first is fine until you recognize you're not able to shoot them, which they instantly move out.
Yeah.
So it's fine that we keep shooting the follow up. I think it's been later, especially when Thor goes in. Yeah, what do I do? So like this guy's a little bit too far forward, yeah, and then we shoot the follow up here, shoot, yes, and then there are things like this which are happening. So
Yeah.
this is what I want you to
Yeah.
also keep in mind: the angles like this, or the separation when the tanks are isolated. I think there will be times we didn't even clearly see that because we've been more focused on the follow up, which is fine usually, but you have to also watch for the moments when there's more, especially the guys like this. I think this is what made it much harder because this guy
Yeah.
takes.
It should be a free kill.
Yeah, exactly. This is a more important angle for us to deal with. It's also a support, so it's more important. And maybe the moments like this, you see this? This is what I mean. The guy here, they get no follow-up now. So I can get a kill on them quickly instead of focusing on this backline. So it's just some
And
small... Mhm.
is that just a matter of me just being a bit more aware and just
Yeah,
doing those team checks
it's
behind
awareness.
cover for
Yeah, it's
reload time?
awareness. It's maybe something you can also focus on later alongside with positioning, but I don't want you to like do that at the same time now. It's just something to keep in mind later.
Yeah.
Just kind of next to layer. You take the positions, but then because you're aware of certain things, your quality of positions can also change. So for example, here I possibly using the right side lane maybe makes it easy for me to deal with this while dealing with this. Guys, I can turn my attention better. The
Okay.
left side, I think, can be okay, but always find it like more awkward here with the long range guys. It's just either we using this blocks or this box here, like this space, or those in high grounds entirely. To be honest, then this can be okay. But yeah, other than that, it's a little bit awkward. But yeah, anyway, just small things about this. After I think, yeah, we got snowballed pretty hard, so might be tough, especially when they have better ult economy. They won multiple fights here, so they have ultimates. There's less
Yeah.
likely, they're more likely a chance for you to lose the next fight, but yeah, still doing the damage before the fight is nice. By the way, this guy does this quite a lot. You haven't noticed this here, but yeah, they do go on the flank with their copy, so it's always nice.
Oh, I haven't seen that often. The Loki's.
Maybe they
He
watch one of
literally
my
did that.
videos.
He did that multi.
Maybe they did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
because
you have the option just to clone out someone else and you run away.
yeah, because that's what I told. Honestly, most of the players that I found that why do we have to sit back, and just stay when I can take my own angle, also take an advantage of invincibility. No one knows that you're there, and because you did this,
Yeah.
and then you place the clone after as an escape route, as long
No
as
one
I
has any idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have the opportunity to pressure this entire area, which first of all should be my purpose, and then after that, I get to heal my teammates too, and that's it. They just sometimes they kind of mess it up. This is not good. You need to place the clones like this. Go here and then place here, so it just does more pressure on the same area. But still, this is pretty decent. Kind of. Maybe they do it for the extra sustain because they have ultimate too, but yeah, I would just rather spread it out a little bit more. Well, anyway, it's just also something to watch out
Yeah,
for.
that was interesting.
Yeah, a lot of people wonder how to take advantage of the Sunviz, but that's how you can take more aggressive angles, and your clones can exactly also get you to the good positions too. So It's nice. Well, anyway, this here got kind of snowballed. I think the most important is once we actually got to stabilize is not to try to contest the point too heavily. Oh, I think
Yeah, yeah,
especially the second point. Yeah. So it
yeah. Where I
goes.
tried to touch and it just died.
Yeah, because the sideline here, I know. Yeah, I'll just maybe move back. Okay. Yeah, so it's oh well, it's actually here. The check marker. Yeah, so yeah, let's move back. Just to log in a little bit. Yeah, so this angle sometimes might feel a little bit awkward because you cannot see your team, maybe, but it can work. Just make sure that you're also kiting, ready to kite too. It's just once they push you this hard, I think you can give yourself time. I either move back this way, but honestly, sometimes you can even try to find a way to like move on the lane. Here, there are not too many options for you. There is a map. Oh, actually, there is. You can go here, and then you can go this way,
Yeah,
for example. It can be one of the
yeah,
options. So you kind of keep the distance while moving on the lane here. If you see the guys just ready to push you, and then your teammates here, they can push in, and this will make it easy because now we constantly stay at the short range, right? But if I would be moving, and then they chase me, but I keep moving, and then after that I use the ultimate, my team makes it to Sue, and hopefully there's more chance for you to win the point. So don't feel obligated to touch it right away. And same goes for
okay,
this. Also another, I think it was the last checkpoint too, when I said that, once they captured. Yeah, let's just say, yeah, somewhere here. And the fight is really active. What do I do in this fight? Well, you can still try to think about the sidelines, even the small angles like this. I know there's a really soon it will be captured, but still you can a lot of times give it time, a little bit more time if possible. Maybe still, you might lose this fight, but at least you might buy more time. Maybe there's a high chance to win this. Yeah, anyway, stuff like that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, okay. I think we mentioned almost everything for today. Yeah, let's maybe first off see. Yeah, you tell me what kind of things we got out of today so far. What do you feel like you need to work on?
Number one, stop spamming spacebar. So yeah, no, avoid the jumping.
Yeah, that's good.
Um, and even just the distance of my fights. I think when I
Mm-hmm.
tried to focus on that a bit more in the second half of this game, and I did notice, I just felt like I was hitting more shots because I was just timing it better, and I was just using the explosive of the ability.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I guess just trying to play those soft angles, but then knowing when to, just understanding the push and the pull. Okay, this is time to go slow, and this is when to go
Mm-hmm.
fast and put the pressure on. And then really focus on the peak shooting as well. Just kind of the strafe peak shooting and playing cover a little bit more than just being wide open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if we getting pushed on the angle, keep kiting on your
Yep.
lane, especially versus brawl characters. Really important because a lot of people. mm, I think it's frustrating. Yeah, you might get killed, but it's not that the lane itself or the angle itself is bad. It's just how you play the angle. You can either move forward, move backwards. Yeah, with just the higher quality, it makes it easier for you to exist. I think the defense was a good example when you being on defense first point, the way you kite it, the right side, I think works out quite well. There's still we just could be getting more kills there, to be honest, with mechanics, but it's
Yeah.
okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, also awareness partially, but this is okay. Already good enough direction. Yeah, you fix the positioning maybe is one variable. There are also maybe other variables you can fix. Second, target priority, awareness, something else, mechanics, and then altogether this will allow you to get more and more value. So think about it this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just step by step improvement. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, man. Like all the pretty much all the YouTube videos I ever looked into this, it's like, don't die, die less,
Yeah, that
use
last.
cover. Like it's just there's no real application. I think this being my first hero shooter already, just like, especially in this hour, but then as well, watching your free videos, it's actually tips that you can use and apply, and you'll actually, yeah,
Nice.
I'm really, yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I really want to put the practice in.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm really glad to hear. Yeah, this idea is pretty universal. Just in case you will be playing other hero shooters later too, maybe something
Yeah.
like Overwatch. I think there's also Team
Mm.
Fortress, which I don't have too much experience on, but yeah. Anyway, the more universal principles
Um,
like that you can apply. Mm-hmm.
for aiming, would you just say that's almost something that will probably come naturally as I just get more experience on the character and predict
Partially
the
yes,
movement of the enemy?
partially yes, but yeah, most of it in your case is going to be more on awareness side, in my opinion. If you
Yeah.
have better awareness, better game sense, then you exactly know where the character will be, what their next move will be, so your crosshair will be positioned correctly. The general
Okay.
positioning of the crosshair on your end seems okay-ish, I think, but maybe we can work on that a little bit more. Yeah, I can just just specify crosshair placement, anticipation. Yeah, we'll see later in our next sessions too. But yeah, so far starting
Yeah.
with
No
positioning
worries.
is already good enough direction. To be honest, this solves a lot of problems. Also makes it easy for you to aim too partially. So should be alright. Should be okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
Awesome.
any final questions for today or?
Uh, Not really. Hey, I think probably the one question would be, so see where this frozen frame right here.
Oh,
There's when we say we look for soft cover, I would assume I almost want to hug the big kind of rock or mountain on this right side. If I hug this, then I've seen you discuss like the kill zone. So I'm on that right boulder there. I'm blocked from the enemy view, yet a lot of the team pressure is there because the cart has to get to where we are. Would you recommend that's a good spot to be? So that way we're almost applying the pressure. Yeah, exactly where your cursor is, because
yeah, the right side.
we're
Yeah,
applying the yeah
I
we
would say
apply
yeah.
pressure without being seen. Because sometimes I get a bit stuck when it's like it feels like a bit of a choke, and I kind of just end
Yes.
up standing in the middle,
Yeah,
like
it's
I am,
a
and then
kind of
I just
similar
die.
idea to our first point. The your game we went over. The ammo is in the choke. I don't want to be right in their face, especially if they have
Yeah,
much more brawl power, like Angela, Wolverine. There's much more. Maybe I can just go to the side. I would say the left side is really in close, so no need. You're not flanker. So in your case, it's gonna be a long range angle, soft angle. I think right side is okay. A lot of people again they would stay main, but it's just for you it's not needed, especially if you have the something like Thing, which is more brawl character. You let them do that here, and then after, yeah, in your case you can just be taking this angle, makes it easier. You can also avoid a lot of the maybe deal with those guys early, taking angles, and then after you dealt with them, that makes it easy. And also stuff like Wolverine and all of that with their ultimate, you can dodge that easier too. That's what I mean. Just keeping this angle in mind is nice. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, stuff like that.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you very much.
Yeah.